Three, three, two, one. All right. Hello, citizens of the multiverse. This is a semi-spontaneous experiment. I am Kevin May with Team Pachamama, and I will be having an interview slash conversation with one of my good friends, Jeremy Mark Yellon, who is the CEO and founder of Inner Joy Bars, which are an extremely delicious superfood snack that you can feel your inner joy. You can feel your inner joy as you eat them. So we're gonna open it up. Welcome, Jeremy, to this experimental interview conversation.
Thank you.
And for you watching, we're gonna just allow you to drop into the moment. If you're actually gonna enjoy and absorb this interview, we want to just drop into the moment. So we like to do a few deep breaths to just settle in. So we invite you to raise your hands on the inhale and let out a big sigh on the exhale. So we inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale. And on the last one, we invite you to wiggle on the exhale. So here we go. Inhale up. All right. And now we open up this beautiful experimental conversation. So I will pass it over to Jeremy. Please introduce yourself and what you're doing here on planet Earth. For anyone who is unfamiliar with you, what are you up to?
Thanks, Kevin May. I first just want to start by saying, I love you so much, Kevin.
I love you too, brother. See my shirt? It just says I love. It says Jeremy underneath it, but you can't see that part. Just kidding.
Thanks for that, Kevin. Yeah. Well, I mean, every time that I think about you, Kevin, I'm just filled with love and gratitude. Like, you're such a safe, giving, creative, amazing person. And so, yeah, it's an honor. I really appreciate this opportunity. And yeah, my name is Jeremy Mark Yellon, and feels like my first time introducing myself to all my friends on the internet. So it's a fresh, brand new moment. And yeah, I've been on so many adventures right now, and like the theme of my life right now is to play and to be a badass and like to push myself to my limits. And yeah, I just got back from a trip. I went with my brother into the back country. I went backpacking basically for my first time, and it was amazing. I went up to Navajo Lake, which is in the southwest. Yeah, so right now my life is about making healthy food like blueberry hemp magic bars. Kudos to DJ Code Star Cody Reinheimer, invented this flavor for him because he wanted a less sweet bar. And doing life coaching. And yeah, I'm all about just reminding people that they're lovable, they're beautiful, like whatever choices they make, they always deserve to be loved, and that they're free to choose whatever they want to do with their life. And like they got half the power because God and Goddess obviously has like the full power, and we are God and Goddess. So like we're all creators. So yeah, that's what's up. That's what I'm about. Love, peace, and joy. Yum, yum.
Nice. Thank you for sharing all that, brother. So for people watching, Jeremy is literally creating the Inner Joy bars. He's hand making them right now. So do you want to tell us what are some of the key ingredients that you put into these Inner Joy bars, and just kind of like what the story is, how they even got created in the first place?
Sure. I love getting asked that question. Thanks so much, Kevin.
Yeah.
So yeah, I use organic blueberries, organic pineapples, organic mangoes, organic pears. The base of my bars is pumpkin seeds, oats, and dates. And yeah, the hemp seeds are non-GMO, and then everything else is organic. And I was just learning recently, Kevin, that it's more important for me to get things that are regenerative than organic, which
Yeah.
I don't actually know how to find out. So I'm really looking into like for me to embody what my company is about, which is like beyond sustainability. It's regenerating Mother Earth.
Yeah.
Um, and so I use local honey. It's called Mesa Verde, which is the name of a national park that's in my area. And I just connected with my friend Dave Strawn, and he's a strawberry grower that's in the Southwest, and he's buying 36 Inner Joy bars. And I think I get to invite a strawberry flavor to
Wow.
use the flavor.
Dude, that
Yeah,
is
like
it.
who? I've never seen a strawberry bar out there.
Well, would you use dry? I imagine you'd have to use dried strawberries, right?
Not necessarily. My bars are magic, and the fresh fruit stays fresh.
Wow.
Fresh is the. I don't know how. It's crazy, man. But they stay fresh.
Yeah.
But the 7 bars has like 12 blueberries in it, so it's a very minuscule amount.
Gotcha.
But
Interesting. Well, when you first started Inner Joy bars, wasn't it because you were having like a gluten intolerance or something?
you know what? The reason I actually started, and yeah, thanks for reminding me about your question. Like, I I'm a health nut, and I've spent hours and hours of my life reading ingredients. And I have made like 21 out of 21 meals for myself every week for years. And I don't always love cooking. Like, I don't want to spend like 12 hours of my week always cooking. I'd rather have another person that loves cooking cook for me or chop
Yeah.
bushes. And so to answer your question, like I was like, I love energy bars, but I don't want to constantly be reading the ingredients.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to have companies be trustworthy. And so I made my energy bar company because I wanted to create a line, a brand where people, once they know, like, I'm never going to put corn syrup in my bars, I'm never going to put GMOs in my bars. If they don't have any intolerances, they don't even need to check the ingredients of any of the food that I sell because it's going to be compostibly packaged. It's going to be organic and non-GMO as possible, and it's going to be regenerative. So just see.
Monsanto is just trying to hack the call, and because they know that they're gonna go out of business once your bars get out to the world.
Yes, Monsanto, thank you for everything you've taught us and all you poisoned us. No, thank you. And move aside. Next
Yeah.
revolution here.
I like the bumper sticker that says OMG, no GMOs.
OMG, no GMOs. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, GMOs. I
Yeah.
never seen that.
Yeah, it just mixes around the letters. Um, well, yeah, dude, I think your bars are amazing, and I'm curious, do you like ship them out? Have you done that before?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do. I my dad in Florida buys them. My brother in Texas buys them.
Wow.
There's a bunch up north that have gotten them. So I even got an Australian customer, mate.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Well,
thank.
if people were interested in ordering them, would they just have to email you, or get your phone number, or do you have it on your website or something, or what?
So they can Instagram me at Inner Joy Energy Bars with # hashtag.
I think it's not the hashtag. I think it's the at sign. Yeah, I'll link it below once you send it to me.
Yeah, thanks. And then also my phone number is 970-466-893. I'd love to hear from you directly. If you're somebody that loves healthy, tasty food, someone that is creating their own joy by doing what they love, and empowering other people to do what they love and to love themselves, just healing the earth. Yeah, they can. Yeah, phone calls even better than Instagram. I obviously I'm an expert on Instagram. I just haven't really done it that much in this lifetime. I worked on it in other lifetimes. So yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I had never used Instagram until the end of 2019 when I finally got a smartphone, and then since then I've been using it, and yeah, it's pretty fun. It honestly doesn't take a whole lot of my time or energy or whatever. I just, record a 1 minute video, post it, and then it's done. It goes out to however many people want
Yeah.
to watch it. And it's not like I'm like wasting my life away scrolling on Instagram. I mean, sometimes I'll spend a few minutes looking at other people's posts, but anywho, I just wanted to share that little piece. It's not always that crazy to, it's not like a time consuming thing. Um,
Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't know you haven't started it until 2019, but that's cool.
yeah, I mean, I've been making YouTube videos since 2010, but only Instagram. Instagram, you generally have to have a smartphone to do it, and I was very resistant towards getting a smartphone because I like the simplicity of having a flip phone, and that like I wasn't having the whole world in my pocket all the time. Like I didn't really want that for a while, but I decided that in order to get my messages and what I have to say out to the world, it's a useful tool. So I utilize it. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, could you share about the compostable wrappers? Because I think that's a very unique aspect of your brand. And um, yeah,
Yeah, totally. Thanks for asking, Kevin, and thanks for like speaking into how somebody that wants to stay conscious and wants to like not waste their life away on technology can still use it in a healthy way. And my bars got this special packaging which is called Nature Flex, and it's made out of wood pulp, and it's 100% compostable.
wow.
We put it in worm bins,
You've put
and
what in it?
we put it in our worm bins.
Okay, you've put the actual wrapper in it and it started to decompose, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Okay,
totally.
wow.
And yeah, I mean, like, I buy 1,000 at a time. I've bought them for like 4 cents each.
Yeah.
Bought in the new word. And um, yeah, it felt really cool for me. I was just like, I don't even drink, but I was at the bar one night and I was looking online for wrappers for my bars, and I found out that there was compostable clear wood pulp wrappers.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
So
and
so
ever since then I've been.
nice. Yeah, I think that's really like blazing a trail up for the future of like in the future I really believe all packaging needs to be compostable. It's insane to be creating things that you're going to use for 1 second and then it exists for the next 500 years and it's in the ocean clogging up you know, the coral reef or whatever. Like that's just insane. So I really commend you for like sticking to your values and not like cutting corners with that. And I just wanted to throw in a little joke that something along the lines, I'm going to try and make this up on the spot, but let's like you
Okay.
you need wrappers for your bars, whereas most people need bars for their wrappers.
Woo!
um, their wrappers need better bars, whereas your bars already have the better wrappers.
Yeah.
It's a,
On two
you could
and
you could probably like make some kind of meme out of that. I'm gonna write that down.
that Insta famous right there. And thanks for that.
For sure.
And it's time if you'll drop a beatbox and I get to flow right now, or I'll just do spoken word.
Yeah, I'm into it. I was just gonna, I mean, we could flow in that direction, or I was just gonna ask if you wanted to share any like testimonials of people that have had really amazing experiences with the Inner Joy bars. Or you could turn that into a freestyle. Like that would be cool too.
Let's see. My friend Minga, a gathering of people with the intention of agriculturing, has something to say. Do you want to say about what you think about Inner Joy?
I would love to give a testimonial.
Okay. Yes. Kevin, great idea. There's a live testimonial living right here in my house.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Hello.
Oh,
Would you like to introduce yourself and how you came across Inner Joy bars?
sure.
All right.
That's a story. So my name's Amanda. I I'm Inner Joy Bar's social media and operations director. So I've been managing the Instagram page and posting and taking pics and and yeah, I've been in love with Jeremy for about a year and a half or so. And I actually met him and connected because of Inner Joy Energy Bars.
Wow.
So we met and became like friends, and then I would support him in creating bars. Because I love the idea of supporting local businesses and seeing people thrive doing what they love,
Yeah.
especially food production, and being really committed and connected to bringing healthy food to the world. So, and I was super into them, like they're delicious. So I was happy to be a customer and eat these delicious bars. And when I started having like an oat intolerance, Jeremy started making them oat free. And so there's so much willingness to accommodate various dietary preferences, which I think is really awesome and supportive. So like if there's ingredients that don't work, they can be taken away. So like the goal is just to reach as many people as possible with no matter what. Like, yeah. So yeah, I just love them so much. I just love the flavor with the dates and the nuts or the seeds and honey, and it's just, and I'm a low sugar person, and they're not too sweet. So it's a perfect energy bar, treat sometimes, meal if I'm, so it's super versatile. Yeah,
Wow.
double thumbs up.
Thank you for sharing that so much. Yeah, I agree. I'm also a little bit sensitive to oats. I don't usually eat them, so that's a plus for me, is to having the oat free option. And yeah, I think that Jeremy, you put so much love into the bars, as you're literally doing right now, and I'm sure you do, Amanda, as well. Whenever you in all the ways you help out, and I know that people can feel that. Like, there's so much truth in that. Like, when food is made with love, it has so much more like energy and vitality to it, and I know people can feel that. And I just really commend you both for putting all the love into it. And you know, when you were speaking, Amanda, I was just getting this like vision of how, because I think part of what is important, in my opinion, of options like what you are all putting through with Inner Joy bars, is like understanding why it's so important. And in my opinion, it's so important because literally little kids are eating poison day in and day out because that's all their family can afford, or that's what they think is the best. And there needs to be healthy alternatives. Like, I'm so passionate about this because, you know, for example, I spent time with a family once, and the kid would drink like 4 sodas a day. That was like his regimen. And I'm like, there's zero chance that this is serving his greatest good to be drinking, you know, one can of Mountain Dew has like 46 grams of sugar in it. Times that by 4, that's like absolutely astronomical. And like, the kid's brain is trying to develop and all this stuff, and it's like there needs to be healthy alternatives like Inner Joy bars. And I feel like, yeah, that just that makes me excited about, you know, these healthy alternatives that are made with love and made with compost. So please share any response to that.
Can I
Yeah.
add something to that, Kevin?
Please, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, the kids, man, the kids, they're so important. And there's already so much social anxiety in our world, and I know that all that stuff can give people even more anxiety. Um, did you know that high fructose corn syrup is actually it's called an excitotoxin, and it kills your brain cells by stimulating them until they die?
Wow, I've heard that it's a neurotoxin, but I've never heard the term excitotoxin, but I will gladly add that to my vocabulary.
Well,
So I'm so glad you reminded me, Kevin, that that's one of the reasons I'm doing this. Is like
Yeah,
everything can be made super delicious and super healthy.
ex-
So like getting rid of like the judgment and the hatred and the like, oh my god, the system is fucking us up the ass and all that
yeah,
shit. Like we and that is definitely not a politically correct term anymore, but I used it anyways.
yeah,
Sorry, I'm actually bisexual and I love all people equally. And so, shit, I totally forgot my point. The
So the
kids,
system is messing with us, but we can focus our energy on alternatives. Is that what you're gonna say?
yeah, it's like just make it a fun opportunity to focus on the solution
Yeah,
and don't give any energy towards the problem. Even though it's important to get knowledge and awareness, like,
yeah,
yeah, being part of the solution and for the kids to be able to have something that's delicious and healthy. Because, like, yeah, you're reminding me, like, I helped Ryan Hetrick make the documentary. You heard about that, I'm
yes,
assuming, right?
yes,
That was because I wanted to get all the healthy food into the schools. And I realized that I haven't taken much action on that. And I've just started my company, except, yeah, like we need to be feeding those, all the young population. They need the healthy food. And I would love to talk with someone that's made a difference in that arena. Like, that's such a powerful mission.
yeah, absolutely.
mm,
Well, yeah, I think, in a lot of, if you're going to step away, I just want to thank you, Amanda, so much for sharing. Really
Totally.
appreciate you as a whole being, and especially for coming on and sharing your piece of the puzzle. Can you please just share the Instagram where people can follow again?
Yeah, it's on Instagram. It's Inner Joy Energy Bars, all one word.
Cool.
The whole thing, Inner Joy Energy Bars, and we're on Instagram, and it's super awesome and fun to see like what is being created and see what other people are doing and find ways that we can all like support each other.
Yeah.
And have like everyone win. Everyone can win in this
Absolutely.
world if we support each other and like, oh, that's what you're doing. Like, let's talk about it. Like, let's get everything out and just really pay it forward to each other by just promoting and supporting and sharing love and like, you can do it. You're amazing.
Yeah, I totally agree. A metaphor that I really like related to that is like if you're in an outdoor above ground swimming pool, like one of those thing that only goes like 3 feet deep or whatever, and you get like 8 people around the perimeter, everyone's spaced out around the perimeter, and everyone starts walking in a circle around the outer rim of the pool. By like the third lap, everyone can lift up their hands, and it's like this vortex of energy has been created that is now carrying everyone around the pool. So
Wow.
it's like a metaphor for like if everyone just like continues to support each other and like keep encouraging the next person in the chain, then eventually it comes back around and like everyone's like lifted up, and
Yeah, power.
yeah. So I love that metaphor, and I think
Yeah.
we've been screwed over in this society because we've been put into all these square boxes. We've been like we've just been inundated with boxes, and in nature everything is circles and squiggles and cycles. And so the more
Yeah.
we can like get back into those sort of energy flows, I think we're gonna be winning.
We're gonna make it. And I just wanted to declare right here, right now, one day we're gonna own a store and we're gonna sell your books in it.
Awesome.
Yes, we.
I'm just declaring that now, like it's being created and it's gonna happen and it's gonna be really cool.
Yay. I will be excited when that happens, and
Team Patra Mama for life.
yes. Well, thank you so much for that. And did I freeze? Did it look like I froze, or what happened? Our sync.
Bro.
What happened? Am I still frozen on your screen?
No.
What was I frozen in?
You were smiling.
Basically, you're doing now.
It was like a smile freeze. It was good.
Cool. Well, yeah, it's honor to speak with you, Amanda. Thank you for joining us. And any final words you want to say? Is there any, if people want to follow you or connect with you personally, are you interested in doing that, or?
Sure. I'm really into collaboration right now. And it's like I'm in like a huge life transition. I just quit my full-time job working a 9 to 5 situation.
Wow.
And I'm like declaring that I just get to jump, and everyone says it's a feather bed. It'll be such a soft landing. So I'm in the process.
Everyone says it.
Everyone says that. So I'm jumping right now. And I'm super into finding out what people are doing, what they're up to, and how they're succeeding and how it's working for them.
Yeah.
So I'm really into collaboration. It's like, how can we all help each other so that we're all floating above the pool?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm super into just figuring out what's really out there and what's available. So my Instagram is Amanda Lynn Rose.
Cool. Yeah, I will post, if you want me to, I can post these links also in the video once we post this, you know.
And Enjoy Energy Bars just started following you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So that pushed me up over 1 million followers now, is that right? I'm
Congratulations.
just kidding. I have like 400 followers right now, but anyways, so 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 Amanda Lynn Rose on Instagram, is that your main way you want to reach out to people?
Yeah, I'm into Instagram right now, so that sounds great.
Cool. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
I'll learn about what's possible and make it real. So
all right.
Yeah, beautifully
yeah.
said.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye. Cool. So, Mr. Jeremy, what I'm thinking is maybe we could just like, if you want to do a final statement about Inner Joy Bars, just to like do an end of a part 1, and then right now we could continue into a part 2 of talking about the other items. Does that sound all right?
Yeah. Definitely. And then, yes, in the present moment. Final statement.
Like, what is the mission statement of Inner Joy Bars, just to reiterate? And do you have like the logo nearby?
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go wash my hands and get the
All right,
logo.
while you're doing that, I'll talk about something interesting, okay? All right, folks, thanks for watching this. Yeah, me and Jeremy, the last time I saw him, I was visiting Colorado for my sister's wedding, and I had about a day or two after the wedding to just hang out, and so I met up with Jeremy, and I hadn't seen him in like 3 or 4 years, and we had a great time hanging out. One of the things we like to do is like have like freestyle sessions with each other, and so I met up with him and 2 of his other friends, and we had like a freestyle session. So we're gonna have a part 2 to this interview. We just wanted to close out the Inner Joy section. So in part 2, we'll probably do some kind of freestyling because Jeremy's pretty good at it, and he actually helped inspire me to start freestyling um, on a more regular basis, because it's an incredibly good way to just like get into the flow state and get into the moment and just like, you know, have fun. So we'll probably do that in a moment, but yeah, Jeremy and Amanda are really doing amazing work out there. If you have any questions or comments related to, you know, healthy eating, healthy alternatives, or if you want to connect with them, I'm gonna post the info in the about section down below. So in the nice time, I will tell a joke here. So I saw this on Facebook today. It's actually more of a riddle. So put on your thinking caps, okay? Are they on? Okay. So the riddle is, how many, so when I say the word Lowe's, I'm talking about like the home improvement store. So how many Lowe's could Rob Lowe rob if Rob Lowe could rob Lowe's? That's the question. Please put your answer down in the comments below. Anyways, yeah, that I'm really glad that, I mean, the main download that I'm like insight that I'm having while talking with Jeremy and Amanda is just how passionate I feel about the need for there to be healthy alternatives, and like this just myth that like healthy eating is so expensive, or that healthy eating is like so boring, and like healthy food is bad, you know, like I've been a huge advocate of this recipe called the Goodness Gracious salad, which is this very nourishing, it's like a whole meal within itself, and it's very filling and it's very delicious. And I share that recipe in my book, Unlocking Our Superpowers. I can also send it online. Somebody's cheering in the background. Um, and you know, there's so many healthy alternatives out there. Like, we don't need to be filling our body temples with junk. And honestly, like, you can eat healthy on a budget. Like, you don't have to be a freaking millionaire. And the secret is like the secret is that healthy eating actually gives you the feeling states in your body that are actually the goal of being a millionaire. You know, like, people try to become a millionaire, they're like, oh, I'm gonna be like happy all the time and like feel good and feel awesome. But it's like, if you're eating shitty food, it doesn't matter if you have $1 million or $1 billion or $1. You're gonna feel shitty if you're eating shitty food. So it's like, if you actually just make it a priority to eat healthy, nourishing food, then you're gonna feel pretty good, and you're not gonna need all of these like fancy cars and a mansion and X, Y, and Z. You know, so anywho, healthy, holistic eating is a huge passion of mine, and especially just thinking about like the kids, like the statistics nowadays for like kids with ADD, ADHD, and depression and stuff are like through the roof. And it's not only because of the crappy food, but it's like spending 24/7 on electronic devices. It's like kids' brains can't freaking develop if they're just like playing video games all the time and they're not actually engaging with the world. So that was my little fill in the blank explanation. Now Jeremy's back, so can you show us a logo?
Oh yeah, sure.
He left for like 10 minutes and didn't even grab the logo. All right. Well, for round two of me talking about other stuff.
I just left for 10 minutes and I forgot the only thing that I needed.
I know. Look at that.
I've been smoking too many mushrooms.
All right. If you haven't figured out already, Jeremy is quite the jokester. So, okay. Inner Joy bars. Oh, that's the fancy pear version. I think I might have tried that one when I was out there.
Yeah. And if you look really close,
says packaging 100% compostable.
Oh yeah, it is.
That's
Even
awesome.
just so y'all know, yeah, this is using a special ink. Not all ink is good for the environment. Some of them have plastic in them, you know.
But that's a good one. It's like a soy-based ink or something.
Well, what did you say? I used to think it was made of soy, and then last time I talked to him, it was something even better than soy.
Cool.
But I don't remember. I need to find out what it is yet.
Yeah. All right. Well, do you want to just give a final shout out for people to contact you if they want to try these delicious bars, and any final words for this little conversation?
Sure. Yeah. I'm just here to remind everyone that life is awesome. It's a gift to be alive. And it's much more fun as a person that's aware of the issues in the world with health and with brainwashing to just stop judging the issues and to really just choose something that you want to use to make the part of the world that makes you feel or that you feel frustrated about, create a solution to better it. And yeah, so please let me know if you're doing anything like that's regenerative for Mother Earth, something that a product that you use or you create that is great for the environment, like a compostably packaged food or product. And let's all like give big ups to each other and spread the word about whatever we're up to. And yeah, let me know if you want to try green apple ginger flax. Would have been super cool, Kevin, if I was like, here's an apple and blueberry. There's a blueberry. Anyways, I've got some new flavors coming: sweet, salty, savory goodness, and tropical pineapple delight. They are so delicious.